The ocean keeps its secrets for decades, but some secrets are too valuable to remain lost forever.
Dr. Sarah Chen understood the stakes. The margin between success and catastrophic failure was razor thin.
Their key to the deep was the Triton IV, a titanium sphere built to withstand the crushing abyss.
Their target rested 3,000 meters down. A ghost ship and its cargo of gold.
Pilot James Nakamura had logged thousands of hours in the deep. He knew every sound the pressure made.
They fell through a gradient of blue, each meter adding another atmosphere of crushing force.
They passed the point where sunlight died. Here, life created its own cold, chemical light.
On sonar, the wreck of the Caribbean Princess materialized from the void. A tomb and a treasury.
3,000 meters down, they had reached the abyssal plain, a world of eternal night and quiet dust. And there she was. Time and pressure had sculpted the steel into grotesque, rust-colored shapes. "43 years in the deep had left it uncorrupted. The ocean could not claim this element.
With hydraulic precision, the manipulator arm closed around history and fortune.
12.5 kilograms, $800,000, lifted from its grave. The sound was unmistakable. The weight of fortune secured.
They worked with surgical focus. The rhythm of the deep took over. Find, clear, secure, store.
From the world above, the recovery cage descended like a promise. The first ascent could begin.
On the deck, under an open sky, the treasure met human hands for the first time in 4 decades.
Between recovery cycles, they documented the wreck. It was a grave, not just a bank vault.
The deep is a jealous host. Their time was running out. Life support dictated their return.
They left a fortune behind, patient in the dark. It would wait for their return.
The blue grew lighter, a promise of air and sun and gravity.
They breached into blinding afternoon light. The world of wind and waves welcomed them back.
Winch engaged. Locking mechanism secured. Port side clear.
Before her lay the proof. Gold, pulled from a place no human was meant to be.
The conservation began, removing the deep's fingerprints, revealing the metal beneath. Cleaned, they were transcendent. Not just currency, but physical ambition, reclaimed.
The team gathered, wordless. The only sound was the ocean against the hull.
For James, the treasure was secondary. The victory was the return. The machine had held. The work would continue. More gold waited below. But this moment was theirs.
She felt its density, its permanence, an anchor point between a tragic past and a hard-won present.
The data didn't lie. They had found more gold than the original manifest listed.
The weather window was closing. They had maybe 2 more days before the swells became unworkable.
Today's dive would push further from the main wreck, into unexplored sections of the debris field.
The ocean's mood had changed. It would be a rougher ride down and a harder lift up. A deep current, unexpected. James fought it with gentle thruster bursts, a dancer in a crushing void.
They landed blind. In the deep, patience isn't a virtue, it's a necessity. This was not the cargo hold. This was where the passengers' world had come to rest.
Personal effects, preserved by pressure and cold. Stories that would never be read.
And there, a small, private cache, hidden among the passengers' belongings.
The crate had held more than gold. But the wood had failed where the metal endured.
Wait.
They waited in the dark sphere, listening to the creak of the hull. The deep demanded stillness.
When the water cleared, the secret was fully revealed. A king's ransom, hidden in plain sight.
This changed the timeline. This single cache could fill 2 lifts. The weather was already turning.
The work resumed. But the mystery of the hidden cache hung in the water around them.
They worked against the clock now. A race between human precision and the gathering storm.
You got one more load in you, then we need you top sitting 4 meters.
The swell is hitting 4 meters.
With professional regret, they secured the final load. The deep would guard the rest, for now. The ascent was a fight. The ocean, it seemed, was reluctant to release them this time.
Bombs flashed. The hull groaned under new stresses. James' calm was the only anchor.
They surfaced into a different world. Gray sky, stinging rain, and a heaving deck.
It was a violent homecoming. Machinery and men strained against the will of the sea. The day's haul was hurried inside. The storm had won the race. Operations were shut down.
The historian identified it. A European banking dynasty, rumored to have lost everything in the war.
They hadn't.
The storm was now in full command. The Abyssal Endeavor was a speck, holding its position with thrusters.
The gold had a story now, not just of loss, but of desperation, hope, and final failure.
The damage was minor. The Abyssal Endeavor was built for this. But time had finally run out. The coordinates were logged. The gold's location was no longer a secret. But it would wait. The return voyage was a time of decompression. Body, mind, and spirit adjusting to the world of light. Not all recovery was about wealth. Some of it was about remembrance. About closing circles.
The Abyss gave us a run for our money, but we made it. To the crew! To the crew!
Sarah felt the weight of the deep still on her. A quiet pressure behind her eyes.
They returned to a world eager for a legend. The treasure hunters who beat the Abyss.
The transfer was a clinical, secure operation. Fortune moving from one vault to another.
They spoke of engineering, of teamwork, of historical preservation. They did not speak of the feeling of the deep.
Plans were already being drawn. The next frontier, deeper, more challenging. The work never ended. Because the ocean's greatest secrets were still waiting. And the weight of fortune was not just in gold, but in the pursuit itself.
The new vessel was named Proteus. a shapeshifter built for deeper, longer missions.
The Nomad was its heart, not just a diving bell, but a flying laboratory capable of true abyssal exploration.